Hello and welcome to FatherandSonsMoving.com YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I wanted to talk about some questions that you should be asking any moving company that you want to talk to before you hire them. So we get this question all the time. What questions should I ask a moving company? First of all, it's super important. Who you hire to move your personal belongings is a big decision, and with most services, there's scams associated with it, and with movers, they're called rogue moving companies, so you want to stay away from those. A common issue we hear all the time is moving companies quoting a low price to get the job and then demanding a much larger payment before they'll unload your belongings. We don't want that to happen to you, so that's why we're making this quick video for you. So first off, we recommend you do some research on the companies that you're talking to. Talk to your friends, talk to some family members, read some online reviews, and get multiple estimates. When you call to get a quote, make sure you ask them how long they've been in business and ask about the crew that's going to be moving your belongings. Are they full-time professional movers or are they temporary hired labor? Has the company performed background checks on these movers? And another key component to hiring a mover is to ensure that the company does an on-site, in-person estimate of all your belongings that you need packed or moved, or moved. Be sure to understand what type of estimate that the company provides and get the details in a written contract. We could go on and on about this topic, but instead of boring you to tears, what we've done here for you is condensed it all down into a list of the 7 most important questions you should ask if you're planning on hiring movers. So the first one is, do you work for the mover or are you a broker? And the reason why this is important is because brokers do play an important role in helping customers get matched up with the right moving companies. But keep in mind that a broker can't give you a binding estimate, and the broker is not responsible for loss or damage. So just keep that in mind. The second question is, do you give binding quotes? Now, over the phone, a mover or broker can give you a quote, and that's generally not binding. So a mover may give a binding quote or a not to exceed quote upon reviewing your items in person. So brokers don't typically give binding quotes. The next question is, does the quote include any extra charges? So, for example, flight charges, long carry charges, appliance charges, parking charges, storage charges, fuel, awkward objects like pianos and things like that. So if you have a piano, you should let them know that right up front. And ask them if they have any special equipment that helps with these awkward type of items. So will my items be transferred? So long distance moves can sometimes require your items to be transferred to another truck during the journey. This extra handling does increase the chances for damage to occur. So that's something that you want to make sure you ask when you're talking to a moving company. So what forms of payment do you accept and on what terms? So we do not recommend that you hire movers if they only accept cash. So be sure you're clear about the amount that is due on the delivery versus the deposit amount and whether deposits are refundable. Most companies that have a merchant account will accept credit cards, so be sure to ask if credit cards are an option. What type of insurance is included in your quote and what else is available to me? So basic coverage is 60 cents per pound, but your moving company may offer an upgrade at a reasonable price. So you can also work with third-party insurance providers and they can cover your move as well. And what if something breaks during the move? Who's responsible? So this is kind of a follow-up to the previous question that breaks down who's responsible for what. But if you're discussing a self-service move where you pack and move items on your own, you may not get reimbursed for something that you packed poorly. So just something to keep in mind. So thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope it was super helpful for you. Make sure to like and subscribe our channel. And if you like this video and if it was helpful to you, please hit that subscribe button and we'll continue to share our best tips and tricks that'll help you when you have questions about moving.